to immigrate to the United States from China?
Well, that's a long story.
I'd love to hear it if you have time.
Okay, I have a time. Okay, I was probably the first exchange student from China. May not be the first, but the first plane came to U.S. And I came to study computer science at the University of Pennsylvania. And that was first exchange ever happened between China and the United States. Well, there's a lot of noise. Yeah,
That's the convention. No, that's his acceptance speech from the convention.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I was actually there that night.
Nice.
Yeah, I was at the White House.
Cool. Great. And so, what would be your message to some of the pollsters, or not the pollsters, but some of the people, election officials that are kicking out poll watchers? What would you say to people that are kicking out poll watchers?
That's illegal. I think the Justice Department should get involved. Isn't that, I think I just checked the law, right? In Pennsylvania, if you actually interfere with the voting procedure, it's a felony class D offense in Pennsylvania. $1,000 fine or 5 years in prison. So that was in Pennsylvania law. And nothing happened. Why? So, you see, I'm shocked, really. This thing really happens? It shouldn't have happened in China, makes sense. See, I came through a cultural revolution, and this is almost exactly what the Chinese, beginning, the Chinese cultural revolution looked like.
So they did the same thing with elections?
First was the peasants' life matters, workers' life matters, soldiers' life matters. Okay, and they started burning down the buildings, confiscating the properties of factory, and distribute the wealth in China. So this is the say. So here, Americans are so naive. I don't see this coming.
Did you ever think you would see this?
No, not in a million years. I never actually imagined. I'm apolitical all my life. I'm a registered Democrat almost all my life. Okay?
Are you a Republican or Democrat now?
I'm a Republican now. As soon as I read Hunter Biden's story, I knew it was real. It just from the guts. Because I came from the country where the corruption is rampant. You can't even stop it. I already infiltrated America, and in deep sense. So this is I don't know why the young people don't see this. You see, it's the young people being misguided. You see, I'm a university professor. I teach computer science. It's a curriculum that we actually cover in the curriculum. Is the trouble. They teach America as a racism. If America is a racist, why so many people come to America? So I think America does have a problem, yes. But I'm not here for Biden or for Trump. Constitution has the consequences. And when we agree to live in this country as a one country citizen, and we have to abide with the Constitution. Otherwise, we have to move somewhere else. You're not a citizen. You betray the Constitution. I think you better move somewhere else before you commit semi-treason. You interfere with anybody interfere with the election should be tried as treason, in my opinion. Hunter Biden is definitely treason. Now, how can anybody vote a traitor into a president's office? That defies my logic. You see, I don't know how the young people are yelling about it. Do they even know that what they're doing? I'm really shocked. This is not America. This is not America. This is China, Shanghai, Beijing. So this is just not right. This is not right. Defund the police? That's what happened in China.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
The police department paralyzed. Local government was shut down. Central government took it over. Even central government cannot be trusted.
So they replaced the local police with central police.
With the civilian whatever they came up with, they got a baseball bats and sticks, arm bars, right? So whatever the weapon tool they have, and then some of them come steal the weapon from the military, and instead have guns. Massive death. Just like this, people against people, family against family, husband against wife, children against parents. This is happening in front of our eyes. Why? Somebody's playbook. Definitely not American playbook. And not the President Trump's playbook. It might be Biden's fault. Because his son is already compromised. Can he even get a security clearance? According to regular citizens. Now, the dangerous thing is that when he becomes a president, he will decide who gets the security clearance. How can you let that happen? So it just beats me. You see, regular cop on the street. Does anything that Hunter Biden does. Anything. The guy will be in the jail. FBI will be knocking on the door right away. Not sit on the file for 10 months, no action. What is going on? What is going on?
What would you like AG Barr to do?
Well, get involved, investigate. Investigate. Publicly announce the investigation. Do not hide. There is no political correctness. You see, mob don't talk about political correctness. So what's the right thing? And do the right thing. Come on, please. Where are the Republicans? Where are the GOPs? Shouldn't they stand on Capitol Hill and stand in front of the Capitol Hill and hold their hands, defend the Constitution of the United States, defend the integrity of America? Where are these people? So it's a disgrace. Politicians, you see, we should never have a career politician running for office ever again. And it's the young people re-elect a career politician back into office. And it's known to be a suspicion of being corrupted. And how can this happen? Media corruption.
What would you say to Republican leadership if you had the chance?
United together. Put away your small little calculators. Put away your own little personal calculators. Whatever your election chances, whatever your constituents, and unite together. Fight the evil. There's a bigger evil than your individual personal enemies. The bigger evil right now, it's at work right now. Just look at this here. See, who's outnumber who? This is not America. You see, I will not be surprised if it happened to China, Belarus, Russia. This is not America. Was never like this before. Now, what happened? Every American should ask themselves, where do you stand? Where do you stand? You see, I can take a loss. I can take a loss. You can take a loss. As long as the fight is fair. Just like the Olympics. So don't play dirty tricks.
Thank you so much. Where are you a resident?
What's that?
Where do you live?
I'm a Pennsylvania person, local.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you have a great time out here and be safe, okay?
Yeah.
Be safe.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was a great interview.
Your name, sir? Matthew?
Yes, Matthew Purdy from Breitbart News.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I like your channel a lot.
Thank you very much. Take care.
God bless.
God bless you.
And sending their sons and daughters to fight in endless foreign wars that never ended. 40 years ago, I ran for president because I could not watch this betrayal.
So what's your first name? Where are you from?
I'm John. I'm from Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
What brings you here today?
Well, I try to stay out of Philadelphia, but I had to come to support Donald Trump because there seems to be a huge irregularity with the vote count in 6 particular areas, especially Philadelphia. In Pennsylvania, Donald Trump was dominating, up 700,000 votes on Election Day, did much better than he did in 2016. And then the magic vote fairy visited at 4 in the morning, giving 100% of the votes to the opponent. And so that needs to be investigated. Donald Trump dominated on all accounts. He dominated Florida. He dominated other states and urban areas where he didn't do as well in 2016. He got great turnout. He has great enthusiasm and support. He has a great platform, and he deserves, well, the American people deserve a just and fair election, regardless of who wins. Obama did really well in 2008. As Republicans, we understood that he got the votes, but in 2020, Joe Biden has mysteriously collected all these votes in only 6 different areas, and that needs to be investigated. My first name? John.
What would you say to Donald Trump if you had the chance right now?
I'd say, Donald, thank you for what you've done for the conservative agenda, getting conservatives into the Supreme Court, fighting for life, fighting for things that conservative America cares about. It's time to not back down. Don't be intimidated. Don't let them steal the election. This will be the fall of the republic if we allow this to go through. There will be no more fair elections from now on. Americans already don't trust the process, and we need to have trust in our voting process, or we won't have an America. It will become a banana republic, as it's been called out, and America has to go back to what it stood for and what all the people before me died for. And that's why we have to come into places where Philadelphia, where people jest and make fun and poke, but it's more important than how I feel. It's about Americans today and all the Americans who died in the past.
What would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris based on the media's projection or declaring that Joe and Kamala won the election?
I'm sure Jeb Bush has been waiting for this. He's not a friend of Donald Trump. He's not a friend of conservative America. He is looking to stay in office. He's hoping that everyone cowers and backs down and he can stay in his position. But we can't allow fraud to take place in America. If Joe Biden got the votes and won justly, Republicans will follow. But this is too suspicious. It has to be investigated. It's a statistical impossibility that he would get all those votes at that period of time.
And what would you say to the people that are kicking out the poll watchers on the right in Philadelphia here?
Well, I think you showed your hand. I mean, that is obviously illegal. And all we can do is now narrow in and think there is more fraud happening. So if there's no fraud, if your candidate got the votes, open up the doors, let people see, let people inspect. If you're going to be honest, then you're going to let the people in. You're not going to commit laws, and you might have hurt yourself by committing laws, breaking laws right there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great time, all right?
Thanks.
I got
Country blind, but I kept my word to the American people.
All right, guys, Matthew Purdy of Breitbart News. Going to keep bringing you the action here. So, again, we have this side has the Trump supporters. This side has people on the left that are celebrating.
They said that it would be impossible to
And so, right now, Black Lives
I
Matter.
ended the NAFTA nightmare.
Trying to get through the site that's pretty fun here. So they're trying to work their way around.
And right now, auto companies and others are building their plants and factories in America, not firing their employees, and not deserting us for other countries. and perhaps no area that the Washington special interests try harder to stop us. You know, my policy of pro-American immigration. But I refuse to back down, and today America's borders are more secure than ever before. We ended catch and release, stopped asylum fraud, took down human traffickers who prey on women and children, and we have deported 20,000 gang members and 500,000 criminal aliens.
Interviews, to be honest with you.
Well, anyone you can interview.
We've already built 300 miles of
We'll go over
boardwalk.
there so I can
We're adding 10 new miles every single week.
Let's go. Doing well, man. Right, so say your name again and spell it.
Mark, M-A-R-K,
Thank you. Where are you from?
from Jersey.
Great. What brings you here today?
Well, I want to stand with President Donald Trump. I think he needs our support more than ever. He's been fighting for us for 4 years, and we can't just sit back while the Democrats, which are bought by the Chinese, and put a dementia patient as their nominee, are trying to steal this election and trying to steal this country. This is really a turning point now, and we need Donald Trump, and we need to support Donald Trump.
If you had the chance to speak directly to President Trump, what would you say to him?
I would say, God bless you. You are a true American patriot. History will show that. Keep fighting the good fight. Don't give up. I'm behind you. A great part of this country is behind you. And we will prevail through your strength and through our collective strength. The American people, with your help, will prevail.
And what would you say to some of the people that are kicking out the poll watchers in Philadelphia?
You have to understand, these people are essentially zombified at this point. They don't have a thought of their own. They're concentrating only on what they're being told. They don't investigate things themselves. These people are agents of communism. They're agents of the Chinese. These are the same tactics that you'd see in a Crimea election, where Crimea was annexed. These are the same tactics you see in the Belarusian election. These are communist tactics. This has now reached our shores, and we are the last bastion of hope. If we fail here, there's nowhere else left to escape to. That is what I would say.
And what would you say to some of the election officials in Pennsylvania who are saying that they're not seeing any major evidence or signs of fraud?
Well, then they must be both blind and illiterate. If you look at the statistics, not only in Pennsylvania, but I personally looked at the statistics within Wayne County in Michigan, which is part of Detroit. And if you look at that information, you see a clear discrepancy between inhuman vote and mail-in vote. That mail-in vote doesn't translate to any other party member. Not even the Green Party gets the same 2 times representation, 3 times representation mail-in that Biden does. What Biden's doing, they don't even vote down ballot. They just vote for Biden, and they don't vote anywhere else. That's not natural. If you look at the Trump votes also go in line with party lines. This is a clear fraud, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. In court, this will all be revealed, and I'm very confident of that. I'm very confident that Trump will come out for us again, and we have to come out for him now, and that's why I'm here.
Now, what would you say to Jeb Bush, who just congratulated Joe and Kamala?
I wouldn't say anything to Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush is irrelevant. Please clap.
Thank you. Have a great one, man.
Have a great day. Stay safe.
I will.